It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Next on Madden NFL 25.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field. To get this one going. And away we go from Lumen Field. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college. For you, a ton of college experience, and Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Here's 2nd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
Smith on 1st down. That's a catch. Jackson Smith in Jigba. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Cover!
Walker now from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 3. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, his throwaway. You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Going for it on 4th, Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Give to Williams from the gun. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. From the 45 on 2nd down. Now he's throwing deep down that brought in inside the 20. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's a toss headed right. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing here, Nix. Escapes out to the line. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Riley Moss with that tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. He lets a heater go deep. Middle of the... And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. And you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Nix from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Run on!
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. In on the tackles, Jonathan Cooper. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They start with 2nd and 6. From the gun, Smith. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tail...
And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. He's got the squibber. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And that return heads out of bounds. Job well done. It's close to that enemy 35-yard line.
Well, by the time he shifted into a different gear and began that foot race up the left sideline, you could tell this return was already getting out of hand. And what a gift for this offense, who now gets to take over with a lot of the work in the field position already done.
It's a Denver touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. Now he's past the 25. Tyler Lockett! And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks making a one-score game in the first half. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown! I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yeah. Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
That's caught for the first. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the run right, throwing deep down the side. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, great work by the defense there, Brock. Coverage keeping things tight downfield, even as he extended the play, and as a result, they pick up the INT.
And the eyes were bigger than the stomach on that throw. It was as if he was committed to it right when he left the pocket. But if nothing opens up, you're going to pay for trying to make a throw that simply isn't there. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Ready!
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Big gain downfield. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie us up 28-all. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Return's looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Broncos offense all set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Up the gut they go with Williams. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds Mims. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So 2nd down coming up. Now Nix. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold.
Touchdown, Denver! And now, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. 1st and 10 now from the 30. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
49, flip it off, 49. Hey, trio left. Hey, we go.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has it downfield, working the left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks tie this game 35 apiece. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go, man.
Nix looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's trying to push the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Here we go.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Pass is caught at the 9. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos get the football, not a lot of time left in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Nix with it on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And it sure altered the throw.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He puts some power on a deep one left. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They'll throw again. Nix. That's caught beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Nix off the play action. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game up. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Tuesday. There we go.
Looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touch. I suppose not everyone's the biggest fan of halftime. Okay, we'll skip over the break and get right back to the field. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 27. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Brandon Jones. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
It's a pickup of 26, and the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Lion. Here we go.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
There we go, sit on.
Working inside the red zone. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Sunday.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Nix from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's picked off, but, yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. Mike McDonald not liking what he saw. The challenge flags hit the field. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go.
To throw, here's Nix. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Their punter making his way out now. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. He takes this a little short of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Seahawks are set up well as they take over with some great field position. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. Here's second and goal from the 6.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. He's throwing for it. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got a man left. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're
it's a Seattle touchdown! That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks jump in front now by 5.
5
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. From the 33 on second down. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run. This is Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense in the hurry up here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first and 10, here's Nix. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it sets up second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Ready up.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh no, they get him yet again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line.
Well, I'm Nick, man. I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Metcalf's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They send a tight end in motion. Walker on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. This is the end of the third quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Ready.
Pressure comes. Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Cover.
Working quickly here. Smith on third and long. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off Brandon Jones! And the Broncos have some new life in the fourth! Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5. Another run for Williams.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Here they come. This is third and 5. Nix. Mims with the grab. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Going forward, it's Williams. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yes, a smaller gain on the stat sheet with that counter run, but it does diversify their run game portfolio. Makes those guys, and especially the edge defenders, think a little bit. And Kate, I've told you once, I'll tell you 100 times, I love the play action that comes off of that same counter run action.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Smith. He beams one deep right side. They did it. He made the interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Play action with Nix. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
He's keeping it again.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop. Got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Go. Looking to throw. Flush down now to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. Offense up to the line fast. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So we're down to 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Broncos trailing by 5. So now here's 3rd and 5.
19 right. Back to 60. Let's go.
Looking to throw it. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go.
To throw. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Williams. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos have taken the lead late. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2. Back to throw. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
There we go, throw it.
Here he is to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. And that brings up 4th and long. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19, Tiger. Here we go, here we go.
Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet of throwing 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. All right, here we go. Second down.
Hold on. Hey, here we go, hey. Come on, shot.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Finds Smith and Jigbo. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down. An entire stadium of pressure now on Jason Myers. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And there was no